everyone, Lisa here from Forest City Stitching. I hope everyone had a good week. Nothing too exciting around here, I don't think. Yeah, I did go for my run this morning, so that's good. A few kilometers shorter than what it needed to be, but still pretty good. It was very rainy for most of my run, and then it turned into a bit of snow, which was much better. But the footing was pretty good overall, so that is the main thing. Yeah, nothing too exciting to report, I don't think. I was just talking with my husband and his mom, so my mother-in-law, has convinced his brother and his family to come with us to our Disney World trip at the end of August. So that should be interesting. We will see. I told him to prepare him that it is hot, a lot of walking, and a lot of early mornings. So it's not restful. So just be mindful of that. So yeah, that is all to report here, I think. All right, so let's see how I am doing here. I think I had a bingo from Bringo last week. And then I also did stitch on one more from there. Yeah, that's it. So Bringo is done for me, so I should take a picture of my Bringo card and post it in the group. February's numbers were announced for Woodgo. And it is someone had run out to grab his headphones, so I didn't know if I was going to get interrupted. So all right, so February's numbers have been called for Whipco, so number 7 and number 11. So that is Zimmerman Covulet, so 1,000 stitches in that, and then the laundry series, finish one of them. So I think my closest to the finish is Never Ending Cycle, so that will likely be my focus piece for that one. So we will see how that goes. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but you'll see how my stitching went along here right now, actually. Okay, so on Sunday after we met last, I did decide to work on Pandemic, like I had kind of discussed there, and made that decision during the video. So here is where we are with it. So I put in one more deer there, and yeah. Oh, I am filming on my new phone, so I don't know if there is any difference at all. Likely not a huge one. So doing 200 stitches in that met my goal of 1,000 stitches for Whipco. So one box checked off. My other Whipco project for January is Snow Village, so I need to finish one of those. So that might carry over a little bit. All right, then I worked on for a couple nights, only because I decided to go to bed early the one night. Llama Lump by Plum Street. Oh, I wanted to ask this here as well. Maybe someone who watches knows, but why does a lot of these stack charts have a little bee? So there's a lot of them that have a bee. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So this is where we are with Llama Lump. Something weird is happening up here with this plant. Oops, it's not right, but it's like a little plant, so it's fine. But everything should be okay. I should really focus on that top border to make sure everything lines up okay as far as the border goes, but I think it'll be fine. But yeah, that tree is not, I don't know what happened. You're gonna see that in a couple different projects, that there's mysterious things happening in the stitches and I can't figure it out. So I just move on. That was also used for one of my categories, as is this one. So Hello Summer came out for a couple hundred stitches. And I worked on this popsicle in lime green because that was for a color that started with L. Oh, and then that's what the pattern looks like. Finished. I then worked on Light from Barbara Anna. Another one for this categories. There's a freebie chart, kind of the pandemic. I'm not gonna try to find the cover photo. So everything just fits into this bag. It's the fox in the dress. And again, I know she has something weird going on with her head. I remember from last time I pulled her out, I worked on down here and then wanted to get her lantern in there for Light. Just thinking, for categories, I think that prompt was for something man-made and I said Light, but maybe I should change that to lantern. Works either way, I guess, but is Light man-made? Not really. Maybe just change that wording on that post. And then on the 27th, Whip Warriors had their Strident Sal event. And so what that means is that that's an opportunity for you to work on a sal. So they also had a Zoom meetup as well, which I was able to attend, which was fun. So a few different people were on that I've kind of met virtually in the past. So Nancy Call, I know she watches this this channel sometimes, so it was nice to see her. I think that we've met through Stacy in the 911 Stitchers Zooms before as well. Also Angie from Craft Cave Dwellings was on that Zoom. Of course, Lisa Elaine from Shady Tree Stitches. I think that's her channel name. Also Paddock Lane Designs. Yeah, Shady Tree Stitchers, right? Yes. So she, of course, was hosting it because she is one of the main admins for Whip Warriors. So, so that was nice to get to see some people virtually because it's been a while since I've been on a Zoom like that. So, yeah. So my whip that I was working on, And then I've done kind of dedicated to these Strident events, which happen twice a month. But perhaps I need to work on it a bit more because obviously I am not where I need to be on it, but is my 2023 Reaching Skyward Sal by Modern Folk Embroidery. And that's how far I am there. I am doing this second option for the border, which is causing me to have to think a little bit more about it. Only because I'm going to need to figure out how I'm going to remember where I left off. How Jacob has it charted for the alternate borders is he just has the sections that repeat. So, for example, for January's chart, it has, you're supposed to do the whole top border. So he has that laid out for January in option 1. But then if you're doing option 2, then you're going to do it to a certain amount and then you're going to repeat. And then so it's just to know whereabouts you are in the repeat, to know where to start again if it's at the end of a stitching session. So I just got to kind of figure that out a bit. Yeah, just a little bit more brain power. And then yesterday I worked on my Christmas list by Silver Creek Samplers. I think they're on Fortnite fabric, but I'm not 100% sure. But I got a good amount of stitches, so for here I want to get 800 stitches in. Might be around 500 so far that I've added. Worked up here. This pie's not filled in because I need that color. I was telling you that I have issues with stitches again. This and sign is, I don't know, it's not quite right, but yet it still lines up here. Like the stitches are right, but I don't know, it's too far away from the pie. I don't know what happened. Too far away from the pie, but everything else seems fine, except it's up higher here, but then, I don't know, it's actually in line correctly. So don't count off the and sign. Don't trust it. So that's where that is looking like. Words. All right, and then this is also the what Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts has deemed a finish up weekend. Finish it up weekend? I don't know the exact title, but the goal is to finish something. Finish stitching a project, finish a page, maybe just make significant progress on something. And so she created an event in the Friday Off the Grid Needle Arts group on Facebook for just that. So I decided that I got all my finish stitching out because Gwen from JoJo Stitches, I'm having a hard time remembering people's YouTube channels, her goal was to fully finish some stuff, and I said, well, that might be a good idea, because I didn't really have anything on the docket that I was going to focus on finishing this weekend. So I got out my box of finishes, and nothing really kind of said, oh yeah, I should get that done. I have a good amount of like Christmassy stuff that needs to be finished, but I'm not really in a ornament finishing mood or anything like that. So what I decided was that I was going to finish this piece. So this is the middle part of the 2022 Linen and Threads mystery sampler that I didn't finish, that I got part of this part done, and then I didn't really do anything else. I had started some of the border, but then, yeah. So I decided to bow out and not finish any more of it. So I've now decided I'm going to turn this into a biscornu. So I don't have a bottom part, so I just took another, you can see my ends. I just took another section, another square. And so the key is to make sure you have a back stitched border. So that's why I did a back stitch border there, and the bottom I just did a back stitch border. Because I did watch a couple of videos, one from Tiny Modernist and one from Crafty Kim. I'll link those videos below on how to assemble a biscornu. So basically, again, I haven't done it yet, because I needed to order some like little wonder clippy things, because I didn't have any. Now I have lots. I ordered those from Amazon yesterday and they came today, so that's good service. So basically, to start, you're going to start like in the middle and at the corner. I'm going to watch Kim's video again before I start. And then you just attach, you basically are sewing the back stitch lines together. Okay, so that's all you do. And then I'll make a biscornu. So we will see. So that is what I'm going to attempt now. So sorry that it's not done for this video, but if it's successful and I don't throw it in the garbage, then you will see it next week. Hopefully. But yeah, that's basically all I had for today, I think. Oh, one other Flosstube that gave me a shout out last week was Inherited Stitches. She had posted on her community tab to check me out. So thank you very much for that. That was very sweet to see that. It's not something that I see a lot of community tab posts, only because they tend to only show up if I'm looking at my subscriptions on my phone. But I happened to see that, so thank you, and welcome anyone that might be joining because of that. All right, so I am going to go and see if I can make a biscornu. Wish me luck. Bye.